congratulations. I'm so glad you're here. Can you believe it's almost the end of June? We have such an amazing guest lined up for you tonight. We're continuing our Women of Courage series, and we have a special treat for you tonight. And what is courage? Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That's life, that's stepping out, that's getting our comfort zone uncomfortable, because growth never happens in our comfort zone. For those of you just joining us, my name is Bren Harris, and I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. He was just a baby. And the last 12 plus years, we have walked through hell. Now we walk through it like we own the place and take water back to those in the fire. Now, what do I mean by that? We all have a story. Think of that one thing, that one incident you thought you would never get through, but here you are. And you look in the rearview mirror, because the rearview mirror is smaller than our windshield. We're not going backwards. And it's just a speed bump. It's not that Mount Everest, that thing we never thought we would get through. That one thing is your superpower, because we are talking to people that need exactly the insight and the victory speak that you have in your own life, so that we can bring them out of the fire into the light. Now, if you're just joining us, please chime in the chat where you're logging in from. Hey, Georgia in the house, Oklahoma in the house, Seattle in the house. And we have Florida in the house. Great to see you guys. I'm in Oklahoma, if you threw a dart at the U.S. We have Strong Island in the house tonight. And I am so excited for you guys to hear what our guest has to say. Yeah, it always feels impossible. You're exactly right. Tennille in Georgia, it always feels impossible until someone gets it done. And we are at the point in our journey. Can I just be 100 with you guys right now? We don't have all the answers. I will never claim to have all the answers. The last 10 days have almost taken me out. I am the primary caregiver for my son, who is a teen that's 6'1" and towers over me. And we didn't know he had wisdom teeth coming through. And it has been the 9th level of purgatory here. When we finally found it out, we hardly ever need to give him medicine. And we have been giving it every 2 hours, alternating between different painkillers. And that's hard. What's harder is getting the crap kicked out of me every hour. And I want you to know, I might come on here and I'm looking fresh and I'm saying all the right words, and I've got my lights and I've got my guest and I've got it all lined up and I've got a script right in front of me. Hey, some days life just lives. Hear me, warriors. Some days life just lives. Embrace the suck, walk through the fire, and come out on the other side. We are stronger together. And I don't want anyone to think, oh, she's got it so easy. No, not at all. I'm hiding black and blue arms here with my hair. And it's not because my child is mean. It's because he has a diagnosis that makes it impossible for him to say, hey, my teeth hurt, give me Motrin or whatever. And we had to do some serious detective work to figure out what was going on. And when we finally did, we're like, the angels are singing. Now, I don't know what your thing is right now, but know that you're not alone. There's someone in this giant world that has experienced what you're going through and is on the other side, has come through the fire and is standing in the light going, hey, it's really cool over here. Come across the bridge, come to the light. Now, again, we won't claim to have all the answers. We do claim to say, hey, there's hope. And where there's hope, there's victory. And I want you to know, hey, warriors, hear me. I want you to know, I see you, I hear you, and you are valuable. Now, I tried to teach my son the word beautiful in his ASL affirmations that we do to school and from school. And he coined this phrase, valutiful. And here's a sign, valutiful. It's a blend of valuable and beautiful. And it kind of feels fancy, valutiful. And it's so easy. I believe what the memory expert Jim Quick says. When our body moves, our mind grooves. He may not be able to say the words, but then we learn to say, the words to communicate what we need. Now, again, this is my experience, strength, and hope. It may not be yours. And I am laying down the mom guilt, the frustration, the freak out, the fear, and I'm embracing experience, strength, and hope. And I want you to join me with that. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, let us know in the comments where you're chiming in from. And know that we have Strong Island in the house tonight. We are here to let you know that you are not alone. Now, if you're on Instagram, let us know that we can see you. YouTube, do the same. And Facebook. We want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Now, without further ado, let's see if we can bring our guest on tonight. Hang on. Hey, Sonya, did you make it live?
Great evening. Yes, great evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, we can hear you. And would you share with our tribe a little bit about who is Sonya Dungee?
Yes, I can. So thank you so much, first and foremost, for inviting me on tonight. You have to excuse me a little bit because we just had some devastating news. We lost a loved one, has passed on unexpectedly. And it's the second anniversary of my mother's passing. However, I always vowed to show up regardless. And so here I am this evening. So, talking about myself. So, my name is Sonya Dungee. I'm from Strong Island, New York. I am a mother of 3 grown children, 4 grandchildren. I am a boss overcomer. I have gone through trials, tribulations, life challenges, struggled in grief after my dad's passing for 342 days. And I was able to come out on the other side. And now I get to help others walk fully in their God-given purpose. And I'm just so excited in doing so and so honored to be here tonight.
Thank you, Sonya. And I am so sorry about the loss of your loved one. And look at you showing up. Courage is feeling the emotion and showing up anyway. We really appreciate your time. And your little puppy. We are talking about the Women of Courage. And for those of you who may not know, Sonya is our second of 4 author photo contest winners. And the book doesn't come out until August, but I wanted to make sure you got to hear her story of courage. And you heard a portion of it already. Sonya, let's go in the Wayback Machine. Let us know one way your life was different before you embraced this boss overcomer journey, and then one way that it is different every day now.
So, sorry. Had a little technical difficulties here. You're breaking up a little bit, but I believe, did you ask me pretty much about my story? Kind of lost you momentarily there.
Go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Okay, so you're breaking up again, but so if that's the case, so my story is different. My story began back on January 23rd of 2021. Unexpectedly, I ended up at the Veterans Administration Hospital, Northport, New York, on a Saturday. I never forget that as long as I live. And as I held my dad's hand, I witnessed a tear come down his cheek. He took his last breath on this earth, his first breath in heaven. And as a direct result, it put me in a very dark place. I suffered in silence. I thought I was suffering alone. I didn't think that anybody knew. I didn't want to talk to my family about the grief. I didn't want to talk to them because I knew they were grieving as well. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I kept it to myself. For 342 days, I was stuck in it, doing the same thing every day. I lost a lot of weight. Uh, had I have tried to, I wouldn't have. I was doing the same thing day after day, just going across my living room from my bedroom into my she room, doing my 7.5 hour stint, 6.5, whatever my tour was,
Mhm.
closing down the end of the day. Other than running back and forth, I just I couldn't I wasn't spending any time with my grandchildren. I just was surviving. So when enough became enough for me, I
Okay, we'll get Sonya back on here when the technical difficulties kind of iron themselves out. Again, I'm Bren Harris. We are here because my son was medically injured at 22 months of age, and I love what Sonya was talking about. We have different events in our lives that define us. What was your life like before that event? Think of the one event first. What was your life like before that event? What was your life like after you came through the fire? Think of that one thing, that one single thing where your life was different before and after. And now that thing is in the rearview mirror and it is nothing but a speed bump. Okay, I think Sonya has better Wi Fi, so hang on. Hey, Sonya, are you able to join us? Are you able to join us, Sonya? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you see me?
Yes, yes. And you
Okay,
were
I don't know
talking
what
about your
happened here, but
story
I'm
and how
so
you came
sorry.
through that. That's okay. You came through that after
So I
342
don't
days.
know what part of the story I left off at where you could no longer hear me.
You were talking about going to your shishi room and just being a drone, like you were just going through the motions every
Can you
day,
hear me?
trying
Can
not
you
to
see me?
burden your family. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what was the last part that you actually was able to hear, but basically what I was saying was uh I continued being stuck for the 342 days. And it was at that
hmm
point when enough became enough and I couldn't do it any longer. It wasn't conducive for me. It wasn't conducive for my health. I was missing out on, I had 3 grandchildren at the time. Um, and I knew at the end of the day that that is not what my dad would have wanted for me. So
Right.
I seek the support of a mentor, a coach, a network, a community of individuals that like-minded, um, and were uplifted and were at least one level up from me.
hmm
My mentor told me that if I showed up, if I did the work, if I was teachable, if I was coachable, that he would
hmm
help me. I thought I was showing it for him. I did the work. I showed up. I never missed a class to this day. I was coachable, teachable, put in the work. And here I am today, and super excited about living and walking fully in my God given purpose. And I use myself as an example to show others that it is very much uh, possible if you pour into yourself. You have to need it and you have to want it more than anything else in this world by putting
hmm
yourself first. You can't help someone else. You can't support someone else. You can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself and take care of self first.
Mm, preach. Yes. Warriors, did you catch that? We take care of ourselves first because we cannot pour from an empty cup. That is beautiful. And I am so honored, Sonya, that I've been able to be in a mastermind with you and see you emerge like the cocoon to the butterfly and watch you help other women.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, what's a typical day? I know you're really big into
Absolutely.
personal development.
Absolutely.
What's a typical day look like? Affirmations?
Okay. So outside of jobbing,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we start off our day. I make sure to support. We do our affirmations first thing this morning. In the morning, I send out a video for everyone to self-image. Look at the self-image. You're a child of God. You are deserving. That is crucial. So we do that every single morning. And then from there, I start my day. I read my scriptures. I'm in our group chat because I have to stay focused, stay attentive, so I don't allow myself
Mm-hmm.
to drift off. And during the day, I am reaching out to those that want and need my support. Um, and then, of course, I still take classes. I still learning and growing. I'm still learning and
Right.
growing. I do my weekly podcast without fail. And I just, even today, throughout it all, want
Mm-hmm.
to be there, be supportive, to show up, because in my motto is, you never know who needs to hear what it is that you have to deliver. And if I don't show up, that one person that was me, that needed to hear something that was delivered, is going to
Mm-hmm.
be missed. And so through it out, like today, like I said, we have a lot going on. So excuse me, because I'm like poolside right now. Everybody just disappeared, but we gathered today as family because
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, we gotta be here, you gotta show up. As long as I wake up in the morning, because the other thing is, I have woken up this morning. Everything else is operational. I woke up this morning. Everything else is in life is operational.
Hey guys, I don't know if you caught that. We are talking about the daily ritual of an overcomer and a woman of courage. We're starting with affirmations. We're pouring in positive uh, messages, instruction. We're working together as a tribe. We're not trying to create success in a vacuum. And we're showing up. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that's really good wisdom. Now, I do know that Sonya has an amazing social media presence. So grab a pen or put this in your phone. At Always Destined for Greatness. That's all one word, at Always Destined for Greatness on Instagram. And you can catch her, Sonya Dungee, on Facebook. Now, I am so blessed to see another sister in the fight overcoming when she found out about a death in her family this morning. And the whole family's gathered and she showed up. Now, who are you called to help? Who are you called to help? We talk a little bit about this in the book, and it is coming out in August. So please pencil that in, August 22nd. And we haven't released the title yet. You guys will get to decide. And we have a journal that goes with the book, and it is the Warrior Mom Journal. And we are going to vote on that later this week. You guys get to decide the cover. And because we want you to be part of our journey, part of our success. Now, please check out Sonia's socials. Get in on her next masterclass, which is in July. It's all listed there. Go find out. And also remember Together, we really are stronger. Now, we have Morocco in the house. We've got Seattle in the house. We've got Dallas in the house. And I am so excited. We have another Florida in the house. So glad you guys are here. And we did have some technical challenges. We'll do this again. Have no fear. And we know that your time is incredibly valuable. And since your time is valuable, we want to honor that. I'm Bren Harris, the Warrior Mom, and the Warrior Nation, your source for truth, transparency, and trust. Warriors, unite.